Да, він росіянин, який в Америці.
Прикольно.
Но был бы рад получить гражданство другого государства.
Він стрімив, в нього були, звісно, і кінти оце з Росії і так далі. Но він єдиний прийняв, типу, правильну сторону. Він кожен день стрімить щось про війну, розказує, дивиться і Зеленського інтерв'ю.
То він за Україну.
Да, з
Це
перших
щось
днів.
типу Майкла Накі, я так розумію.
Хто це?
О, бачиш. Ну давай, розказуй.
Ну, почти как Майкл Найки, почти.
Хесуса, а я тобі за Майкла розказую.
Майклу Найки проще намного, он все-таки гражданин Америки.
І мене 2 роки мене питали, штурмували, я нічого не говорив. Взагалі, я просто ігнорував, поняв це. Що ти думаєш про нього, що ти думаєш про нього? Я коли побачив, що він зібрав на машину для ірландця, знаєш, такого волонтера.
Короче,
То,
пишет. До конца катки просто и выложат. Надо, но сейчас не начнется.
Think in terms of somebody like me who's put.
Guys, don't say the onion bit. The onion guys, like, dude, not my property. Like, dude, it's a fair thing. If that was your fucking dad and he needed his business to fucking live or some shit like that, right there, and me with his business, and he fucking loot their shit and bust his bitch ass out. Well, that's fucking bullshit, bro. If I'm barely making ends meet and I'm locked in and you break my store, I don't give a fuck what you put this thing for. I don't give a fuck. I'm against you now. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Fucking clean air, green tea, fucking whatever the fuck, freedom. Now I'm against you, bitch ass. Now I'm your enemy, loser.
100 gallons of paint on this building in 5 years. The message is by body of people, by mass. And how do you influence mass?
Как я умудрился, блять, на 4 серии наиграть? Хуя, блядь, просто браво нахуй. Я опять просто... Просто вон. Просто отыграл 4 часа максимально эффективно, нахуй, специально. И то эти генеры мне дают возможность эффективно играть, имитированно, чтобы... Просто крышебаный нахуй. Бля, просто ёбаный калькулятор. Она обновится и...
Like the fuck
There's also a sentiment shared by some that angry rioting is actually serving the agenda who are looking for negative optics.
Можно легко информацию получить.
Хороший костюм уже полдел.
To delegitimize aggressive FBI.
The reason that
Оно обновляется, не обновляется.
Я собрал для себя самых лучших существ.
You can't really get mad at the opposition using the
автоматически
ammo when you give them the ammo, little buddy. If you focus on people, they have no ammo. Stop feeding it to them, you loser. Bro, they're giving them the fucking free win, and they're like, oh my god, you're using a free win card. You can't do that, bro. You're giving it to them for free.
That's just exacerbating everything, and it's putting on a show for the news.
This gentleman's predictions serve to be true from an optics standpoint. Here is an official edit posted by the White House on Facebook, X, and Twitter, less than 24 hours after this protest was filmed.
It was a peaceful rally. What is going on right now is also peaceful.
Да давай рестарт просто сделаю. Стоп-рекординг. Старт-рекординг. В отдельную катку запихну еще. Что я делаю еще? Зачем мне держать стрим, блядь, до конца катки? Такой себе.
CNN had it that these were rallies. Now they've become protests. I'm afraid that by tonight they become riots. If we don't have the ability to stand up and stop this violence before it consumes a great city like Los Angeles, then there's no telling where this could spread. И умно.
What they're showing is part of it, feeding into the clown at the top. They're not showing peaceful masses of people with signs, right, that are coming out to protest. They're showing people
Это не самое сильное существо.
destroying shit.
Зато
And so, you know, it's feeding into it.
Still, many LA natives, particularly those belonging
This guy
to
is pretty
multi-generational
big,
Chicano
low-key.
families, feel as though without making a show of force through direct action, ICE
My God, what is that?
multi-generational Chicano families feel as though
Jesus, brother, bro, imagine you're kissing that, brother, and this shit
Yeah.
gets into your mouth, like, and it has this weird, like, it had this weird taste. Like, oof, 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 oof.
without making a show of force through direct action, ICE will continue with their aggressive operations in the city, thereby breaking families apart. 8% of LA
Ага,
residents
еще
are
мне
currently
надо их
active.
расселить все.
The
Ну,
Latino majority
блядь,
Imagine,
здорово.
yo, okay,
Надо
so
будет
imagine you're getting
речекаться
head, and then the
оттуда.
horns get into
Заселенные.
it.
Хотя
as
не
it's going
заселенные,
forward.
может
I
быть.
can't.
Ну
I
что
can't.
это за хуйня, блядь,
That
ебаная,
number's
просто
estimated to be closer to a third.
We're not gonna stop. Hell no, we don't stop, man.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna stop this until this city burns
Come on,
down.
man.
That's how LA reacts, you know? That's how we react to things.
Ooh,
They're trying to split up families, you know what I'm saying? And it's not cool. If you fuck with a family member, you gonna get everybody, you know what I'm saying? How long you until they change their minds on what they're doing.
Okay,
Kids
that's
that are
okay.
Ты привычка социальной картая, дай. Чё бы нет, кто не мешает.
Let somebody try to... It's not gonna happen.
Видишь, конечно, там, когда можно поломать, когда, ну, когда заставляли челов, чтобы что-то пруфнуть, нужно тайм писать. Да, Рафа ебало.
We're all people.
I respect
We will
that. Yeah, I do that.
always be people. Their lack of acceptance of our humanity and of everyone's humanity, an insult to what we are, which is divine beings meant to be here together to share everything.
What's up, divine beings? Let's take a quick break from the streets of LA to see how the media machine has been covering the unfolding situation in those streets. As we know, different outlets push different agendas, shaping the credibility of an toss down to less.
Freeway, about 4 or 5 Wamos just got fucked up. This one behind me is currently on fire. The dark cloud over the protest today.
They're blocking the bike lane.
Хватил тут.
Here with hammers, baseball bats, whatever weapon they can find. It's kind of like one of the therapy rooms where you fuck shit up. How you doing?
Hey, this shit's fun, not gonna lie.
How many times have you done it?
First time.
How do you feel about the over here?
Like, dude, there needs to be like verbal abusers. Like, bro, people that need to tell these guys that they're fat as fuck. Bro, if you're in a protest, you see something like that, you say, yo, you are fat. You are fat. You're a loser. You're a cock. Do that, and you stop being validated in their actions. They will stop doing it. They will stop doing it.
It's kind of therapeutic over here.
Verbal abusers.
The fucking heat burning the fucking back right now. It's fucking fun. Skin's just gonna blow it up, you know? It's really hot. I just got tear gas 20 minutes ago, and I had to lay down on the ground and take a break. Shout out to the people out here that gave me the IWA. I found out the tear gas doesn't stick to ski masks, so yeah, it's been kind of eventful. You feel like this situation going on right now in LA could just be a possible performance being put on by Trump, or like a way to sway people's opinions?
I can't say for sure, but a lot of the things that he does seem to be performative to even sometimes just distract. I mean, what were we talking about for the race? We were talking about this big, beautiful bill that is going to take money away from programs like Medicaid, give tax breaks to the wealthiest people. It's going to balloon our deficit and be way too expensive. And then you had Elon Musk break ties with Trump.
Chad, I don't know what any of these bills are, Chad. I guess I feel like it's like some scum shit. That Chad, isn't the thing where like they propose a bill and it's like fucking 20 billion pages long and fucking lands on the same day and it has to be passed like now or some shit.
And how
I think that's.
And all of a sudden, now we're talking about raids in Los Angeles and immigration enforcement and insurrectionists and anarchy and mobilizing the National Guard and the Marines.
Sound is
I'm not saying it's
cold
purely
here, man.
meant to distract, but oftentimes if you follow Trump's presidency, things like this happen and that distracts away from the thing that they don't want you talking
Кстати, то, что по ссылке не стоят, это можно ссылку ввести там где-то.
На полях сражений опасно, но я знаю, ты справишься.
Look at me specifically, remember this fucking face! Because after today, you're gonna really remember all tonight. You ready? This is gonna be a long ass fucking night. I hope you guys get paid in overtime. I hope all the billions and millions of fucking tax dollars that you...
Okay, but I'm check is I feel like these guys are just like, they just got like deployed to like protect a building. It's not like, I don't think these guys are evil or anything like that. They were like, showing up to work or something like that, just show up to work in their car, said, yo,
and billions of fucking tax dollars that you guys fucking get.
No, fuck you guys. I'm
for tonight, because you guys are gonna fucking work for it. Good luck. Channel 5.
What's up, man?
Let's поглотить тебя! Day 2 got a little bit hectic for the footage that we got, but we don't have like associated press credentials or like official journalistic
Я свое дело сделал. Удачи.
The way things are playing out on a federal level, I'm a little bit worried about it. I could be crazy. Either way, I'm censored.
Пока первый был. Поигрывает ключом. По линейке. Много времени.
Не опускай руки, даже после поражения.
Given you're looking for more money from Congress, ICE says they need more beds, they need more money. Is it the best use of the administration's resources to going after moms of young kids, basically?
Do you yourself have an opinion on the subject?
I'm more interested in yours.
Well, what percentage of the, let's just pick an even number, say 10 million illegal aliens. Let's say that Biden released, I think it's closer to 20 million. Let's say he released 10 million illegal aliens into the country over the last 4 years. What percentage do you think we should let stay here of those 10 million?
I'm not trying to engage.
No, but I'm saying,
no, but you think that's the best use of...
Well, hold on. Is it
Найми одно из этих существ в свой отряд. Найми одно из этих существ в свой отряд.
Of course, and it's a crazy thing to even ask. You think we should give administrative amnesty to some subset of the
Это благородное существо тебе поможет. Держись! Я знаю, ты сможешь!
I don't know what the fuck.
Профессиональный Пума Денис. Как?
На полях сражений опасно, но я знаю, ты справишься.
The employees are also complicit then because they're doing some form of. I mean, guys, listen. I'm thinking wild. I don't want to say that these guys are bad guys, but the employers are. Let's be honest. They're not paying and compensating and getting all the benefits that they're giving to a normal employee. Some other another employee. Like, these guys are getting fucked by some subpar shit. It's like some slave labor, pretty much. And so I feel like empowering that is just, it's bad also. It's also
Тут
bad.
есть хорошие рекруты. Не дай им уйти.
So people that are like for this, oh no, let them abuse them. Let them abuse them. If that's also bad, I think these are both bad stances.
A mí me temor mío es de que a veces pero por todo lo que
Это настоящее произведение искусства.
So I'm saying it. So I'm saying is why they didn't fix it. I made that, but they're not gonna use it.
Panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Hold on. Is that counsel for the case?
I generated that.
I'm sorry?
Generated that? That is not a real person.
Я все равно в тебя верю.
Very... А, нет, нет W.
In the past, my clerk's office and held verbal conversations with our staff for over 30 minutes. Okay? I don't appreciate being misled. So either you are suffering from an ailment that prevents you from being able to articulate, or you don't. You are not going to use this court.
Okay, he's saving his breath for when he has to lock in. This is not a lock-in moment. Put it AI. I think that's fine. What's the problem with that?
As a launch for your business, sir. So if you are able to shut that off. If you want to have oral argument time, you may stand up and give it to me.
Well, he has it written in his pocket.
I come here today. May it please the court. I come here today a humble proceed before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Hold on. Is that counsel for the case?
Holy shit. There's a part 2 of this. That's actually funny. Anyway. What else, chat?
Come.
Is honestly the part 2? Where's the part 2 at? It's not even round. Huh?
But I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit weird.
I don't understand. I don't know what's going on here.
It can't go on like this, can it?
Professional meat beater.
It can.
Leave the football before the football leaves you. The football
left him.
At this top level, he needs to call it a day at this level of football and move.
Bro is pushing 30 away.
Link part 2, come on, bro. That's heavy. Oh my god! It's gonna boom. I mean, oh my god! Chat, I feel like you see these videos play when you go to like one of those like sports bars or whatever. They play those montages in the background now.
Boys.
Chat, I feel like this guy just died. This guy. Chat, I think this guy's GG. No? out to part 2, man.
Я сейчас пока еще ссал нахуй, просто в 4 часа ночи кто-то надо мной, знаете, как знак такой поскрябал, блять, пару раз. Поскребанул нахуй. Ну, нормально нахуй все. Я об этом не рассказываю, но постоянно такое происходит. Как постоянно? Постоянно, в среднем, условно говоря, раз в месяц может быть.
What?
Раз в полмесяца. Вот так вот. Не знаю.
That was interesting TikTok. There's no part 2. Okay, it's all good.
Просто на похуй. Но я не могу об этом говорить нахуй просто, но сейчас сказал. Потому что ну это уже совсем нахуй, блять. Я об этом говорил до этого, то что, блять, кто-то там стучит надо мной там и так далее и тому подобное. В прошлом сезоне или позапрошлом тоже. Классно. Просто классно.
Please the court. I come here today a humble pro se before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Is this, hold on, versus Efrain Vasquez.
Yeah, there's nothing after this? Wait.
May it please the court. I come here today a humble pro se before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
54-month sex hold on.
Wait, did you just replay the same clip?
Office and held verbal conversations with our staff for over 30 minutes. Okay? I don't appreciate being misled. So either you are suffering from an ailment that prevents you from being able to articulate, or you don't. You are not going to use this courtroom as a launch for your business, sir. So if you
Is that what it was doing?
Shut that off. If you want to have oral argument time, you may stand up and give it to me.
Well, you guys ahead of the time.
वो मेरे नज़रों के सब सामने हुआ था मेरे खुद को भी बिलीव नहीं होता कि मैं कैसे उसमें से जिंदा बाहर निकला
Chad, this is the one survivor of the airplane. I want to see this.
थोड़ा टाइम लिए कि तो मेरे को लगा था कि मैं भी मरने वाला हूँ लेकिन जब मेरी आँख खुल के मैं देखा ना तो मुझे लगा मैं जिंदा हूँ तो मैंने ट्राई किया जब मेरी सीट से वो मेरी बेल्ट निकाला मैंने वो ट्राई किया जहाँ से निकल सकता वहाँ से तो मैं निकल गया वहाँ से मेरे सामने नज़रों के सामने एयर होस्टल और दूसरे आंटी अंकल सभी उसमें मिस हो गए थे सभी
थोड़ा सा बता पाएं जब जैसे ही टेक ऑफ हुई फ्लाइट क्या हुआ था और
I did some research about it because I was interested because I really like planes in general and chat I didn't find anything conclusive about what happened. Are they going to release some information, chat? Because with all the footage whatever it seems like there's just no answer at all. The only thing that I've seen is that they've taken a lot more of the runway that they normally need to take off. So it was already kind of like GG.
Що ви питаєтесь добитись? Я, мене, коротше, дожали,
There's a problem.
я так вважаю. Він зробив якісь хороші дії, просто навіть не словом, а типу ділом.
Ну, я обіцяв про Майкла розповісти, але, друзі, у нас буквально останні пара хвилиночок, буквально останні найостанніші. І я закликаю вас...
Так нормально все, я думал, тут что-то будет жесткое.
बाद में प्लेन में लाइट ऑन हो गई ग्रीन और वाइट बाद में वो पता नहीं वो प्लेन टेक ऑफ ज़्यादा करने के लिए वो रेस तो बोलते हैं क्या रेस दिया होगा ऐसा कुछ और सीधा स्पीड पे ही घुस गया जहाँ वो
double engine failure.
ये जब फ्लाइट जब क्रैश हुई उस समय हॉस्टल पे लैंड की थी उसी समय आप बाहर निकले थे
क्योंकि आई थिंक मेरे को जब मैं जो साइड पे था ना वो साइड हॉस्टल पे नहीं लैंड हुई थी हॉस्टल के जो ग्राउंड फ्लोर है ना जैसे नीचे वहाँ लैंड हुई थी तो मुझे दूसरे के बारे में मेरे को पता नहीं लेकिन मेरा लैंड हुआ था ना वो नीचे की साइड थी वहाँ थोड़ा पेस भी था
People said the flaps were fucked, but then a lot of things said they didn't.
जैसे मेरा डोर टूटा ना सब मैंने देखा ना जब सामने थोड़ा इधर पेस
Oh wait, what is he saying? Put that on the ground.
के बारे में मेरे को पता नहीं लेकिन मैं जहाँ लैंड हुआ था ना वो नीचे की साइड थी तो जब वहाँ थोड़ा पेस भी था प्लेन के जब बाहर तो जब जैसे मेरा डोर टूटा ना सब मैंने देखा ना जब सामने थोड़ा इधर पेस है मैं ट्राई कर सकता हूँ निकलने के लिए तो मैंने ट्राई किया निकलने के लिए तो फिर मैं निकल गया उधर क्योंकि अपोजिट साइड पे था ना वो बिल्डिंग का वो था ना दीवार तो उधर से कोई शायद नहीं निकल सका होगा क्योंकि उधर पूरा उधर ही क्रैश हुआ था
आप पैदल चल के आए वहाँ से
और थोड़ा जब आग लगी ना मेरा लेफ्ट हैंड भी जल गया थोड़ा फिर एम्बुलेंस मेरे को उठा लेके इधर आया हॉस्पिटल में
अभी इलाज वगैरह कैसा हो रहा है अभी कैसा फील कर रहे हैं आप
इलाज बहुत अच्छा है यहाँ के लोग बहुत सपोर्टिंग है बहुत अच्छा इलाज कर रहे हैं
Don't say it was sus. I don't like
Видим
that.
в кадре.
Те, кто его... I think people casting doubts and suspicions or whatever is odd. If you have that, say it to yourself and investigate with the information available or whatever. Don't go out and find station like that. It's just fucking weird, man. Like this guy might have like a lot of like recovery and shit, maybe even survivor's guilt or whatever. This guy just fucking lived out of like fucking 100 other people as a sole survivor in some traumatic event, and you're like, dude, this guy was probably not on the plane. Show me the documents. Like, brother, the documents are out there. Just fucking look for them and make it like, don't go out and fucking send this shit. I think it's odd. I don't want to be Karen. I think it's odd. I think it's weird. I don't let people do it. Come on, bro. You feel me? Top right. Oh, this guy's the goat, no?
All right, friends, I promised you we'd come back to you as soon as possible, as soon as we got some new information about this tragic accident over in India and some new...
Yeah, right here, this part right here, this little thing right here.
New video has emerged that's changed my analysis of this accident in particular. And let me recap for you where I started on this. And basically there's 3 camps that everybody is still in. About, what, 48 hours almost after the original accident. Theory number 1 was that there was some sort of dual engine failure, and then the backup to that was it was either a bird strike or it was some sort of fuel contamination that led to that dual engine failure. That was theory number 1. Theory number 2 was the pilots didn't have the flaps set properly for takeoff. In other words, the flaps were up. And as they ran down the runway, they got a little bit of air, but eventually the airplane just kind of waddled down and crashed.
Another guy on YouTube said that if the flaps during takeoff weren't up, it would be like beeping like fucking crazy and shit, and it's like not really possible. Not really possible that it would do that.
Because the flaps weren't set properly. The third theory, and the one that I was leaning to the most, and let me just say leaning to, I wasn't firmly in this camp, but I was leaning towards it, was they had the flaps set properly for takeoff. When they rotated, everything was normal. At the time that the pilot flying would ask for gear up, the other pilot mistakenly grabbed the flap handle and prematurely raised the flaps. That was, at the time, the thing that seemed most evident to me, because the landing gear stayed down for the entire duration, short as it would be, for this flight, and there was no evidence out of the engines that was any sort of failure. No fire, no sparks, no smoke coming out of the engines. A real head scratcher on that front. And so I thought maybe it was simply they grabbed the wrong handle and prematurely raised the flaps. I was leaning heavily.
At this stage of flight, though, it would always start retracting the gear, no? I thought it doesn't take much for them to start retracting.
Into that department. I'm going to change my analysis now because of this new video, and it's based on the original video that all of us watched. And we saw 2 main videos. The one where the airplane was running down the runway and then rotated and took off, and you saw it crash from the distance.
Maybe the other problems were taking their attention so that they didn't, because it's not automatic. The other problems were taking their attention that they didn't do it because of that, because they were busy doing the other shit that was probably going crazy.
The other one was a video that was taken from kind of a rooftop or a window where the airplane came from left to right and then descended down out of the screen, and then you saw the fireball there. I'm going to show you that video in its original form.
I'll watch it.
Now, what do I mean by that? The video that we all saw and every major news network on the planet went with was a video of a video, and the quality was extremely poor. The original that was presumably taken from an iPhone or some sort of cell phone is much sharper. It's not a terrific video by any means, but it's much sharper than the video of the other video. So what happened was some cameraman was in front of a screen watching the video play, and you can see him at the very end of it. You can actually see his shadow, and you can hear people talking in the background. So the audio is not very good, and the visual is not very good. The original is going to show us something that's going to change this whole thing. Let me run the video.
Sean Airplane has got the video.
You take a look at it, and then I'll talk about it after it runs. Can you hear how crisp that is? You didn't hear that. You didn't hear the actual crash on the original video. You could see it, but you didn't hear it. Why? Because there was people talking in the background. This original is much sharper. Now you're looking at it going, well, I've seen that a bunch of times. You haven't seen it this clearly a bunch of times. Now, I want to run it again, and I want you, we're going to zoom in on something, and I'm going to show you something and explain it, because this is a total game changer. Right there, my friends.
What's more?
Take a look. We've circled it for you. Now, a lot of people have been talking about the theory that the rat had deployed. What's a rat? It's a ram air turbine. It deploys on, many airplanes have it. 787 has it. 777 has it. The rat is basically just behind the wing on the right side of the airplane. There's a little door that holds it in. And it looks like a little Evinrude motor. It's a little two-bladed prop. And the purpose of the ram air turbine is to provide electrical and hydraulic pressure for the aircraft in an extreme emergency. On the 787 in particular, there's three things that will deploy the RAT, and it deploys automatically. A massive electrical failure, a massive hydraulic failure, or a dual engine failure. So any one of those three things will cause that RAT to deploy. So up to this point, all of the theories that we've had were based on maybe one bit of solid evidence.
Chad, this during takeoff is GG, no? I mean, Chad, during takeoff, I mean, it's when you need the plane to be like at full juice.
But not 2 or maybe 1.5. But you know, it's hard to go with a theory when you've only got like one thing to go on. I'm going to give you 3 or more for why I think the RAT deployed and why I think this was a dual engine failure. I'm firmly in that camp now. Number 1 is right here. Take a look at your screen. Oops. In the middle of the circle, you see kind of it looks like a protrusion on the belly of the aircraft. And I'm not trying to be salacious with this. It looks like a nipple at the bottom of the airplane. All right. Just underneath that, you see a little gray dot. It almost looks like an artifact on the screen. That little gray dot is the RAT. This is visual confirmation that the RAT deployed. What is that protrusion underneath the airplane? That's the door that opened to allow the RAT to come down. And you can see it here. You can see it very vividly on this screen. It's not the best. It's kind of grainy still. It's at least one bit of the puzzle here. So
the other video was actually better.
Evidence number 2 is with our ears, all right? Because a RAT makes a very distinctive sound. And in that original video, the audio was so bad you couldn't really catch it. But in this, the one that they were showing us, the original one, it's much more clear. And it sounds like a prop airplane going by, or a real high-pitched squeal, because it's a 2-bladed prop, and it's basically spinning at the speed of sound to produce the energy, the electric.
Chat, you cannot pause it, you cannot hold it anymore?
I'm going to put it on a loop. I think we're going to listen to it 3 times. Listen for that high-pitched prop sound. Remember, this is a jet. It's not a prop. As it goes by.
Oh, yeah, I hear it. Yeah, I hear that.
Okay. It sounded like it, if you weren't looking at it, it sounded like a single engine prop airplane just flew by. You might look up and expect to see a little Cessna going by. And in fact, it is a little bitty Cessna. It's a little bitty 2-bladed prop that's spinning as fast as it possibly can. Now, the RAT was originally designed as
also, we're not even hearing the fucking, the jets either. Normally it goes, we're hearing nothing.
As a back, the last
from that close, it'd be loud as fuck.
It's a
dude, you hear that from kilometers away.
At altitude, let's say you're at 30,000 feet, both engines flame out for some reason. You start descending down, you're looking for a suitable field, you're out of hydraulics and you're out of electric because both of your engines have stopped running. Maybe the auxiliary power unit isn't running, but it's not going to get you any thrust either. And so let's assume that's out. At that point, you've got to have some sort of electrical so you can talk on the radios, so you can have shoot some sort of an approach and get some sort of instrumentation in front of you. And then you have to have some sort of hydraulics to still fly the airplane. It gives you the minimum of all of those categories that I just mentioned.
Chat. If normally you only need to take what, like, 50% of the runway or whatever for takeoff, right? If like 70% and there's still not enough power, shouldn't they make the call and say, yo, fuck this? I mean, it's catastrophic. We're not doing shit. Like we're just gonna full brake and then hopefully it's still gonna be a major accident. It's still gonna break down after the runway, like in the grass or whatever. It's gonna fuck up. But at least you're not gonna GG. It's not too late. It's too late to be perfect. But it's not too late when everybody's gonna die. You're not everybody's gonna die.
But it does work, but it's meant for the
it's happened before.
Down now and find a place to land. It's
it
not
was
designed
V1.
for it's at 4,500 feet and loses all power. There's no time to get the engines relit, and it's not going to provide much benefit to them, except it's evidence for us that it was a dual engine failure, most likely. Could have been electrical issue, could have been hydraulic issue.
Говорю я, когда вижу твою маму. Ой, блядь!
Kind of mushing out of the sky. Gives us the idea that it was a dual engine failure, but we can hear it. So there's confirmation number 2. We've got the visual that we can see the RAT deployed. We can hear it with our ears. And let me just give you one more confirmation on that, because there was a Japan Air 787 that landed in an emergency with the RAT deployed.
Chad,
so you can hear one.
Chad, that would be a split-second decision, though, no? Chad, let's say you knew you didn't have enough power. That would be insane. No, I don't think any humans can do that. Guys, you're talking about voluntarily endangering. It's automatic. Oh, really? You can't stop it. There's no override.
You can see this clearly. So let me run that for you and listen to it. Hear that sound? It sounds just like a World War II buzzboy going right by you. Like it sounds like a little Cessna. And so we can see clearly on that.
Not the RAT, you fucking moron. Oh my God. Oh no, Chad, no, you're not listening. Not about the RAT. I'm just saying. If you're still on the runway, the decision. Let's say you were like, dude, we don't have enough power. This is GG to not take off.
airplane. The rat is deployed. This one, the Air India, not so much, but it's grainy and it's in a distance. So you've got the oral, right? You've got the visual, grainy as it might be. What is the third clue here that they had a dual engine failure? The third is this, the eyewitness report. You go, wait a minute, what do you mean eyewitness report? There was one survivor from this crash. Unbelievably miraculous that this guy, he literally walked away from the crash. He's been confirmed, it wasn't a hoax. He was in seat 11A. He was right by an emergency exit, a few rows in front of the spar of the wing of the aircraft.
People were saying the engines failed in the air. Maybe they fully failed in the air, but before they fully failed, it's been said that they take more place on the runway. They took more space, way more, all the way to the end. So there was already a problem, but they weren't probably full capacity beforehand.
This guy, he literally walked away from the crash. He's been confirmed, it wasn't a hoax. He was in seat 11A. He was right by an emergency exit, a few rows in front of the spar of the wing of the aircraft. I think that spar saved his life because that's the strongest, heaviest part of the airplane. That's probably what took the impact when they hit those buildings. He was in his seat. He didn't go unconscious. He gets out. He opens up the door and he jumps out of the airplane, right? And he's literally walking to the hospital after that. They talked to him and he said just prior to the crash, he heard a loud bang and the lights flickering on the inside of the airplane. Now that bit of evidence all by itself, it's not all compliant. If you go, the guy's been through a really traumatic thing. You know, he could have imagined it. It could have been he hit something on the way down. The airplane did. That's the most unreliable, an eyewitness. But we need to combine that now with the visual on the rat being deployed, the oral that we heard the rat and when it went by, briefly as it was, and now we've got a guy saying he heard a loud bang and the lights flickered. What would cause that? The deployment of the rat. And then it's going to take over electrical and hydraulic. And as it does that, the lights in the airplane would flicker. So there's the third bit of evidence. What's
it overrides it then.
I've heard, but I haven't heard the ATC audio yet, but I've heard reports that the captain got out a Mayday call, and when he did his Mayday call, he said they were losing thrust or something to that effect. So that could be a possible fourth evidence that they had a dual engine failure. That gives us a tremendous amount of clarity now at this point. So I'm going to put at least in second place the idea that the co-pilot raised the flap screen.
How does that even happen though? I'm asking you, how do if ahead of time they test it, whatever, and then that they both fail insta?
That might end up in third place.
Fuel contamination.
I'm solidly now in the camp that they had some sort of dual engine failure. The rat is deployed. You can hear the rat. You've got eyewitness testimony that something loud banged underneath the airplane. It was probably the rat. With all of those things being said, I think it's pretty clear.
Yo, people saying Boeing sucks. I will not take any slander. Bro, their 787 is a fucking marvel. I'm not taking any slander. You're gonna take that shit back. Bro, you're fucking busted. This shit's been flying for fucking ever. What, 2012 or some shit like that? They've had zero incidents. This is the first incident ever since the plane's been in fucking in action. You fucking loser fuck.
A lot of clarity. Let me put it that way. It gives us a lot of clarity, and at the same time, it sends us completely back to square one. Why is that? Because we have no idea why both engines on a 787 would flame out right after rotate. No clue whatsoever. There is a thing called Aviation Herald. They came out with a report now over in India.
Ботинок катку запихну и все. Что я делаю вообще? Зачем мне держать стрим, блядь, до конца катки? Такой...
We can run that one out. They also said though that they didn't think it was a dual engine failure, which I think they probably got that wrong at this point. They also said they didn't think it was pilot error. So I think 2 out of 3 from that report are pretty accurate. The dual engine failure goes right up now.
Chat, how much pilot error could there really be on takeoff though? Probably not a lot, right? I'm getting there's only a few things that they probably got to do. There's probably not a lot of margin here. A lot, really?
Priority number 1 or theory number 1 with the 4 bits of evidence I've given you today. Folks, I hope that the black box data tells us why both engines would fail at the same time, but I have no clue. Fuel contamination, it's one of the possibilities, but you know what, there's more, and I'm going to leave the door wide open to what else could have happened to cause both engines on a 787 to flame out at the same time. It's a real head scratcher at this point. We've got some clarity though today on what actually happened based on 4 hard bits of information. Thanks for hanging with me on this one, folks. There's probably more to come. Now you know, I'm Captain Steve.
I mean, I'm sure they'll run the investigation. I mean, I'm sure they have the black box, all that, and they're going to do the super duper, like, thing. And we'll have some more answer. Co-pilot error suspected. Yahoo News. I love Yahoo News. I read this all the time.
Thank you for an awesome 34 months.
Claim that a junior co-pilot may have been asked to retract the landing gear, but pulled up. Nah, there's no shot. There's no shot. Chat, there's absolutely no shot. The levers are in 2 very different locations. One is at top left, one bottom right. One bottom right. If the fucking co-pilot had made this error, it'd be completely brain dead. It'd be a super new pilot, like 10 hours of flight. You'd never do this error. And the other pilot would have seen it, and it would have.
что ж такое? Я даже не авторизован.
This is John Hughes. Let me just see if my thing fucking chat.
Просто что за рофлы ебаные нахуй? Пиздец.
Заходи. Проведи вечер в очага.
Come on, brother, man. Only one lobby. 2 lobbies. Alright, mods put the gamba. Wait. What? What happened with it? Huh? Went to sleep.
Model for a minute. Easy.
Draws close.
Да. Что мы просто играть нахуй?
Призначил Путина, и Путин был нелегитимным президентом. Правильно я твою логику проследил.
Кто поднял Россию?
Да подожди, правильно.
Жмель не пойдет. А я вот в этом сомневаюсь. Я думаю, Жмель бы...
Считаю, что достаточно велика вероятность
согласился постримить с ним.
Даже
Кто поднял Россию с колен? Путин. Это все хорошо.
Народ
поднял
в Ливии не особенно восставал.
Нелегитимно призначил Путина, и Путин был нелегитимным президентом. Правильно я твою логику проследил.
Поднял Россию.
Да подожди, правильно ли я... Кто поднял Россию с колен? Путин. Это все хорошо. Поднял с колен ее, выеб в жопу, она там лежала.
Israel and normalization. The very next day, you repeated that to me. Take a listen. Reports that you had suspended talks.
No, that's not true.
Not true. So you think, if you were to characterize it, are you close?
It's pretty obvious. Like he just doesn't want to. Like I the thing where he killed the journalist was not great, but overall, I really like this guy. I think that he's got, I think he's got his head in the right spot. I do.
It's closer. I know you heard those words from the Saudi Crown Prince. What was your response?
Well, I was delighted to hear what he had to say.
He
and
is.
To borrow a phrase, I think we're getting closer to peace every day that passes.
Obviously, October 7th was just a few days later. Can you get back to that moment, pre-October 7th?
I think what you heard was correct. One of the possible reasons for the timing of Hamas's attack, remember Hamas is one of Iran's terror.
There's a Washington Post journalist actively trying to subvert his nation, not saying to deserve death, but I understand their point. You shouldn't go to Saudi Arabia and start shit with them. Like they literally have a sword on their flag. What were you thinking? Literally the dumbest idea you could have. I wouldn't have done that either.
One of the reasons
flag ever. Saudi Arabia flag is way cooler than the Hezbollah flag. It's not even remotely close. The Saudi Arabia flag looks awesome. The Hezbollah flag looks like it's some kind of brand of mustard. I don't know what Hassan was thinking. He was just trying to be edgy or something. It's not even remotely close.
that they may have brought up the attack,
Low-grade
not even
design,
coordinated it with others as they were supposed to do. It's perhaps that they were afraid that the words of the Saudi crown prince and my own words were about to materialize. But they will materialize one day, I'm sure of it. And that day will be a lot sooner once we get rid of this mortal threat that Iran poses not only to Israel, but to our Arab neighbors, to Europe, to the United States, to many others.
Last thing, Mr. Prime Minister, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about the situation in Gaza. One of the reasons it's not moving forward, the normalization, is because of how that's happening. Understand that you put the onus on Hamas for everything that's happening there. But as of now, you know, we take the Gaza Health Ministry for what it is. They say the death is 55,000. The United Nations puts it at that number as well, but they're citing the Gaza Health Ministry and women and children making up half of the dead. Is there an Israeli estimate as far as the death in Gaza since the start of that operation?
Well, the ratio of civilian combatants to non-combatants is about 1 to 1, which is unheard of in such a dense urban environment. And that's happening because we're telling the population leave, and Hamas at gunpoint, and sometimes shooting them, saying stay in the war zone. That's why you have, or had, a lot of...
By the way, I believe this. I think Hamas has no problem martyring their own people. I think Hamas is awful. They kill people who protest against them. They're an oppressive, terrorist, militaristic force. They're awful. They're awful. Like, I mean, and again, it doesn't make Israel good, but Hamas is they are the oppressors there. They use them as shields. Yeah.
Civilian casualties, that is decreased, and happily, because we're doing everything in our power to separate combatants from non-combatants. The reason this war has been going on for so long is, well, one primary reason is the hostages. They've taken hostages. Remember, this is the regime that took Americans hostage.
There's
That's how they began.
53 captives, less than half of them believed to be alive. Is that fair?
20 are alive. The rest, unfortunately, are not alive.
Wow.
But you know, we started out with, we've already brought back 202 hostages, most of them alive. Some people believe in the
There's a big part of me, I always wonder, like, you know, I think about ethical concepts like this. Is it ethical for them to continue this ongoing war that kills thousands of people in order to hopefully negotiate for the lives of 20 people? Rather than, like, immediately go in and, like, militarily remove this, like, terrorist organization? I don't know. You're so biased towards Israel. Hamas are terrorists, and so is Israel. You have no idea about colonialism. Hamas is terrorists. Okay, so then you agree. Yeah, they're bad. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's my whole point.
Beginning of the war, in fact, the most senior military people, they said you would be lucky if we got one. And I said, no, I don't think so. I think that a combination of military and diplomatic pressure will get us, we can get them out. And I'm committed to getting all of them out. I've said 2 days ago, I've instructed our people to try to resume the negotiations for a ceasefire that would enable us to take Steve Witkoff, the American envoy, has made an offer to begin.
I don't think they're going to get a ceasefire. I think as long as Hamas is there, they're not getting a ceasefire, because Hamas, their power structure is through fear and war. The moment the war ends, people are going to hate them, they might get killed, and also they lose a lot of their power. They're not going to let this war end because this war is this is the reason why they exist. Yeah, pressure Qatar, yeah, that's it.
A 60-day ceasefire in which half of those hostages would be released right away. And I said, yes, we're ready to go. There's been some development there. I hope we're able to do that because I'm committed to getting them out. And I'm committed to getting them out and also to separate the Hamas from controlling the humanitarian aid that we're trying to give the people of Gaza.
And you saw people from Palestine complaining about this, about how Hamas basically acts as the only liaison to the Palestinian people, and Trump, big W move by Trump, subverted that and started giving aid directly to the Palestinians. Because that's the problem, is like, and if you're a Palestinian, like, Hamas is making this a lot harder for you. They're trying to give, yeah, sure, and yeah, Hamas even raids the aid trucks. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't want to stop because there's still Palestinians there, and he can't build Israel settlements.
Because they rob it, they steal it, and then they take a good chunk for themselves, and then they hike up the prices and give a pittance to the civilian population. So we have a plan that we devised with the help of American firms to separate the giving of the humanitarian aid to the population from Hamas control.
That is a really good idea, and I think that's how you beat them. It's another thing like Iran. Like, you can't just rely on, you know, okay, well, we're just going to go in there and just like kill all of these terrorists, right, with the military. You have to empower the people to do that themselves. Israel and human treatments Palestinian for 20 years is what built Hamas. Israel is bad. Like, I'm talking about Hamas being bad. Like, I think that we've already established that Israel could do a better job and is bad in terms of how they've treated Palestinians. This is already a defined reality. Like, we don't need to discuss that because it's already certain. But the reality is that Hamas is oppressing its own people. They're doing it to their own people. People who speak out against Hamas, they kill them. I don't see how, like, anybody can't see this. It's crazy that, like, in the U.S., people have gaslit themselves into supporting literal terrorists. These are literal terrorists that kill their own people and try to control the aid so the people don't feel like there's any other solution other than them. They're awful.
And we're accused of starvation policies and all these other demonizations and vilifications against Israel. Look, we're a democracy fighting an island in the sea of evil, and we're doing what we can to remove this proxy, this Iran terror proxy as well. But the big problem, the big question for Israel, for humanity, for the world, for Israel and the United States.
Somebody said, watch you talk about Israel so frustrating, you're so biased. Everybody says that I'm biased, and everybody getting into this, you're not calling Israel terrorists. Hamas are the terrorists. This is a terrorist organization, and the sooner that they are removed from Palestine, the sooner the Palestinian people can be free. They are awful. They're awful. Anybody who's trying to play defense for it or say, but what about, or anything else besides that, you are just simply muddying the waters for no reason. For literally no reason. There can be two bad actors. That's fine. It's insane. I'm biased. Yes, I'm biased against terrorists. Sorry, guys. Not a fan. It's not biased to side with the lesser evil who can easily be negotiated with on a very diplomatic level. Yeah, it's just common sense. It's being pragmatic and intelligent. I mean, there it is. You aren't even debating a point made. No one's saying Hamas is not a terrorist. We're saying Israel is a terrorist state. They let October 7th happen to wipe out Gaza, and now they want all Palestinians to leave their home country. This is ethnic cleansing. If you don't agree, you're naive. So that they let October 7th happen. I mean, there's a possibility of that, but like, you don't really have any proof or any evidence of that happening at all. And also, even if they let it happen, it was still Hamas that did it. So, like, I don't even understand. Like, you're still you're letting a terrorist attack happen still means that a terrorist attack was going to happen. So what, like, do you even think about this more than like 1 second? Yeah, it's so fucking stupid, man. So fucking stupid. Yeah, anybody who's supporting Hamas or any of these terrorist organizations is totally fucking delusional. They are oppressing their own people. They are killing their own people.
Is whether we can take away the weapons of mass death from this cult of death that is in Tehran. Tyrants of Tehran will not win. We, with God's help, we will win.
So just address the critics who say about Gaza that you're trying to make Gaza unlivable in order to push Palestinians out of the territory permanently. When they say that, what's the response?
Yeah. Well, because it's another lie. These are incredible lies. I think, first of all, no army in the history of the world has gone through the lengths that Israel has gone.
People support them because they're the only opposition to Israel. Be realistic, you're delusional. Bro, it is shocking to me that so many people are so stupid. You're actually this stupid that you think that Hamas, a literal terrorist organization that kills people who protest against them, that controls the aid, starves and kills their own people, that you think that they're not bad. They're awful. This has nothing to do with Israel or not. You can say Israel is bad too. Israel's awful too. Fine. Sure. That doesn't make Hamas any better. It's insane. You can't even argue with them anymore. They're actual retards. It's just sad. It's insane to me that people, like, it's Western leftists have actually, they have contorted their views so much that they are supporting a literal oppressive terrorist regime that kills people who disagree with them. Insane. I would have never expected that.
To separate combatants from non-combatants using millions of text messages, phone calls, you name it, everything, leaflets even, getting the population out. Otherwise, we'd have an enormous number of civilian deaths. And of course, Israel has that firepower, but we don't use it because that's our moral base. But the other thing is equally that we're not trying to destroy Gaza. We're trying to remove the threat from Gaza. And as far as the choice of people, if they want to leave or not, President Trump has given a brilliant idea. He said, look, Gaza has to be rebuilt. It's been destroyed because every place is booby-trapped. So, you know, the population finally leaves. They overcome the threats by Hamas to shoot them, and they just leave. They tell Hamas, leave our buildings. And they almost get shot by Hamas.
They're not going to be able, I don't know how they can do that, honestly, because, like, it's, again, Hamas are the ones with all the guns and everything. Didn't the people of Palestine vote for Hamas? Yeah, like 20 years ago. Things have changed.
But when they leave, they booby-trap everything. So when we come to fight the terrorists, they set off these charges and they kill our soldiers. What we do is we bring a supercharge. It detonates all the booby traps, and that's how you have buildings destroyed. We also go into tunnels, sometimes at great sacrifice. Our UN ambassador, Leiter, had his son, 39-year-old father of 7, killed because he went as a reserve soldier to defuse these tunnels. But we put charges there. They blow up the tunnels. The tunnels are below buildings. The buildings collapse. So there's a lot of demolition in Gaza. It has to be rebuilt. President Trump said, okay, let the people have a choice. Why are they locked in? They're not locked in other battle scenes, you know, and people leave by the millions in Ukraine, in Iraq, and Syria. They're left by the millions. In Gaza, they're locked in. He said, why? Give them a choice. If they want to leave to other locations, help them with a voluntary relocation. If they want to come back, they'll come back after the work of basically restructuring Gaza is complete. And I think that's a brilliant plan. I think it's all for the good. It's good for peace. It's good for Israel and the United States. I think it's good for Palestinians. They should be given a choice.
Mr. Prime Minister, very last thing. I asked you how long this may last. You said it's up to the Iranians. If you had the opportunity, and you do now, to speak directly to the Supreme Leader and to speak directly to the Iranian people, what are those 2 messages you'll say?
Fuck you, bitch.
Well, the Iranian dictator, really, he's a dictator. He's a tyrant. He has sent us a message calling just about every day for the death of Israel, the destruction of Israel and America, but the death of Israel. So my answer to him is with action, not with words. But to the people of Iran, I say you're great people. You're people of great talent and genius. You have been usurped by this tyranny that has robbed you of hope, has robbed you of a good life. You know, I speak to the Iranian people directly. I don't know if you know this, Brett. I do these videos. I get millions and millions of responses. And they say, Viva Israel, bravo Israel, free us from this tyranny. And I say to them, your hour of freedom is near. Rise up, be free.
Mr. Prime Minister, we appreciate your time in the middle of a very dangerous time inside Israel. We should point out you are inside Israel. We've kept your location private since it's a security situation, but we appreciate all the time you've given us. You're welcome back on Special Report anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you.
Hey, it's Will.
For sure. It's just another parrot for Israel's lies. It's again, you just can't stop. You can't stop yourself. Stop defending terrorism. Stop making excuses for terrorism. Stop trying to act like these people are anything other than terrorists. They're awful. That's it. It's that simple. Think about this. What does something like October 7th achieve? Going over and killing a bunch of random civilians. How does that help the people that live there? It doesn't. It doesn't at all. Yeah, it's peaceful terrorism. These people are awful. Palestine will never have any level of freedom as long as they're being oppressed by that militaristic, psycho fucking paramilitary organization. A terrorist organization that kills its own people just for disagreeing. That's who's oppressing them. Oppressed by Israel? Yes, and Hamas. Both of them. Absolutely. Enough lies? Yeah, it's crazy. And you better deep dive in history. Israel was created until now to know what's happening. Israel, the ones that turned off the water and stuff. All I ask is do more research in your own time. You're not asking me to do more research. You're telling me that I'm wrong indirectly. No, it's not about doing more research. You don't need to do research to see that killing people who protest against you and randomly killing civilians indiscriminately at a festival is evil. This is a bad thing to do. This doesn't, and also it achieves no goal. It doesn't do any, it does not accomplish anything. It doesn't move forward. Like, if these people are acting in the best interest of Palestinians, how does that work in their best interest? It doesn't. It doesn't in any way. All it's done is make everything worse.
Нормально, места нахуй, говорю, блядь, сразу рисую, блядь, место, которое диапазонально отличается от реалистичного. Просто браво. Да здесь все зелененько.
At least I know I shouldn't get mad if I die. I think the early game was bad, we took too much damage. And it is a anomaly, if you take too much damage, you're dead. You're as dead. I don't think playing Pirates was bad. I made a mistake when playing Pirates though. I made the mistake that I didn't level to 5 when I had 3 points in that turn. I should have been a bit more decisive and level to 5 faster.
Мистейк сделал, блядь, просто. Да, это пиздец просто. Ну-ка нахуй. Просто мерзость.
I'm so mad right now, dude. I had mostly great games and then 2 bad games, 1-8 and 1-7, just killing all my gains. Killing all my gains. Okay, I'm not gonna play any ads now. I don't deserve the ad revenue, I need to play a bit better. Fuck. I feel like I know what I need to do to just win. And to avoid the bad beats. I know what I need to do to win and to avoid the bad games. You missed on every single triple. I know, but if I would go to 5 one time faster, I would maybe find the triple into the pirate faster as well.
Yes!
El Tasco with the 68 months, thank you. I'm in a lobby right now that has 3 players left. The others left on turn 1. What? I never saw that happen. Lesser pouches. Hooktas should be good. This lobby is gonna be lower power level than even a normal lobby.
Просто кнопка есть, а подписывать не надо. Здесь. Прикольно. Ну, просто они на плохо дисконнектят, хуйню пропасно. Это я намеренно сделал сейчас на похуй. Бля, просто классно. Просто классно. Сейчас. У меня он тоже интернет пропадает, я не знаю. Пытается загрузить, а интернет сбивается. Из-за этого он не загружается нормально. Просто бред ёбаный. Чего это?
I'm trying to avoid them from the get-go. Four on four?
Если интернет будет пропадать.
I cannot buy a shop like this. So I feel like I was forced into 4-on-4 whether or not. This tavern makes me want to bash my head against the wall. Mechs have a better average finish, right? Can help avoid the 7-8. Bro, I'm not playing to avoid 7-8s. I'm playing for 1 and 2. I'm only gonna try to play to avoid 7-8s if the game is going really badly from the get-go. But turn 3 of the game, I don't want to commit to not going 7-8. That's stupid. I looked at the mech stats. They're not that good. Mechs are okay. They finish around 4th. I'm trying to avoid that comp, actually. But Naga aren't that good either. Nothing is good. My last opponent had also a humongous. Okay, that's a lot of stats. Slumber plus Myrmidon seems good. Yeah, taking the leveling trinket when you're already starting 4-on-4 is not optimal. I just didn't like the other options presented to me. I'm trying to be a bit picky with what I'm doing. Okay, the Slumber Sorcerer plus Myrmidon is huge. Like, did you guys see how much we were able to buff it? It's insane. I don't think he activated the Splinter. Yeah, next time we're getting another Lesser. In a lobby with double Lesser, I think we can play one of them to be Oil Can. And one of them, I don't know, we'll see. Let's figure it out. Splinter as well. Probably not. It's hard for me to make money here. Maybe Yogg. Let's Yogg it up. Okay. Casting spells is promising. Sure. Is Randall that bad? I never see anybody pick it. I don't know if it's bad, it's just not very good. I like Warden. 5 gold for this. Obviously not good right now, but could be good later. I think we're just chilling. Just chilling seems fine. Do you enjoy the new meta? Yeah, I enjoy the new meta. I had some terrible annoying games today, but overall I still enjoy the meta. I need to work on myself. It's my fault in most of these games that I lost. So as frustrating as it might be, the secret is just to focus on yourself and get good. I just killed #1 Europe. Ask me anything. I wonder if I should already level now. Maybe. Should have put Quail Scar first. How the fuck is he so big? Jesus. Dude, bro is massive. Okay. Kill the holo. Of course he's big, he's playing mechs. Dude, mechs are dog shit right now. I don't know what you mean. I'm fighting the ghost of the guy that I just killed. To attack. Let's open this. Blessing, money, cycle, roll. We're looking for the 6-drop and we're looking for scam, right? By scam I don't mean some garbage scam, but some good scam. Sholfin is okay. I think I like Sholfin. Tauren is good. Double Tauren. Sure. Surely. Your battle cries to give an extra time. We can cut Deflecto, we don't need Deflecto. big Bram play next turn with Sholfin, Mystic, and Fire Scale. Maybe your Hero Power Silivas, I don't know. Free. Let's spin the wheel. Spin, spin. Ah! What was that? Old RD would have said, fucking bullshit. But new RD is calm. But it was kind of fucking bullshit. Wouldn't you say so? Okay. I think you cut this guy. Okay. Atrocity or Mordecai. Mordecai works with the guy. Looks good. Okay, the play was fucking good enough. Maybe it was too good because the fire skill didn't die. And see, somebody in chat was saying that I should have played the spell, the double Battlecry spell 1 turn ago. I'm pretty happy that I didn't. And that I got to play it now. It's a lot better value. Should I buy another Myrmidon or... Oh, change stats can be super huge. Ah, the other way around would have been better. Eh! Ay, Lumao. Cyclist is good. Okay. Triple on Mirmi is huge. Fauna Whisperer is also pretty huge. I think you cut one of these guys. Okay. Be back one sec.
Интернет работает как раз. Просто я не знаю.
I'm back. Let's win this fucking lobby. Let's win this fucking lobby. We need to get rid of the tower N. Another Fauna Whisperer is really good. Our spell damage isn't crazy. Against mechs, something like this is pretty solid. Bro collecting dead guy fights like there's no tomorrow. Are you jealous, bro? I can sense a little bit of jealousy. I killed the 16k guy. Don't I deserve some dead guy fights? It's not like I'm non-stop chilling.
Yes.
I like Thrasher. Rando Bob with the 48 mines, aka 4 years. Thank you. Gamba next game in honor of my 48 months? Sure. If the mods are not around to do the Gamba, I'll do it myself. Let's do it.
That's your signal. Time to go.
4 years of this.
Yes.
I mean, I like to think that my stream is a good quality product, and that's why people come back to watch it. I'm sorry if you don't agree. The Governor, thank you for the 26 months. Aren't you too much of a one-unit Andy? I don't see a problem with that. Am I the only one coming back for the rage? Yes. Everybody else just enjoys calm and collected vibes. Too late for Breaker, right?
Extra large minion coming your way.
Damn.
Way too late for Breaker. Chicken.
Another ambitious recruit.
go up in between games. Not necessarily for a toilet break, but also to stretch. I'm trying my best to not be too annoying with it, but you're being kind of a dick. You wanna push next turn to 5. Maybe take a 6. RDU is a well-hydrated individual, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Chat would like me to stay glued to my chair for like 8 hours a day streaming. Not do anything else, just stay glued to the chair. I think it's getting a bit late for Shadow Dancer. But we have Humongous, which I think makes it correct. No batty, no fun. I'd have a lot of fun if I wouldn't lose this fight. Or if I lose this fight and get that guy fight. Although that guy fight is problematic because he doesn't have a board. Classic zero direction game. My direction is demons.
What? Я понял. Ладно. Стоп.
might die here. Horse and Butcher are too slow. We need to go for something else. Or we could Demon Pivot. If you think we can pull it off, we could try to Demon Pivot. I feel like a Demon Pivot is somewhat viable here. Although, honestly, our best bet is probably sticking to Undead. And we are on 11 health, which is a good number because you can get that guy fight. Wait, what? So we have Batty in the shop. Repivot to demons? Jesus. Repivoting to demons seems brutal. Definitely don't want the Butcher Ring. Probably Bob Tip Jar. Or you can go Karazhan chess set, and then you're gonna have one super big dancer and you copy it. I kind of like that.
All will dance to my song.
Okay. You don't want to risk buffing it. Maybe I should have triple sold for the spell. I'm hoping this is enough. I cannot sell the Humongous, right? I feel like I need the Humongous. The summoners are delivering on the tempo. That's a sigh of relief. Nah. I'm not stressed at all. Do you know that meme with I'm not stressed at all, I feel younger than ever? And then it's like a picture of yourself with like super gray hair and like wrinkles. That's me right now. Holy shit, armor is good. You know what's good? Felbat, we don't even need to reroll. We have 3 demons and we eat 3 minions. We need to just find a town for this. But outside of that, we're good. Yeah, problem is that this is not gonna die. That was a great turn. Thank you. I'm happy with how we were able to save the game. It was looking really bleak at some point. Now it's looking a slight better. Do you think the demon will die? Probably not, but I didn't get offered a way to taunt it efficiently. Just winning the fight, I'm already happy. Maybe he's gonna kill one of them. Perfect. Lethal as well. Perfect. Can't ask for more. Top 4 against Dragons, Pirates, Pirates. We should be good against Dragons, Pirates, Pirates. Can I cut Humongous for Vorkai? You're only gonna Divine Shield 1. Level? What do you get from leveling? Isn't Vorkai insane? I wouldn't really say it's insane. Because you have to cut Humongous. Which is not ideal.
Poison the well.
Another ambitious recruit.
None can hide
Okay.
from the hunt.
It's not worth playing the bat, is it? Oh no, it is, because you can triple. It is because you can triple. You can triple the bat more likely, basically. Yeah, Vorkai only triggers after. But that's fine. This is fine. And now the problem is we don't have Humongous, so the buffs are 1-1. But I think we already buffed the shop to an amount that we're super happy with. We basically deleted this guy. And now we're fighting dragons. Now you level up. Another dancer. Nah. Like, I could have played another dancer there over the guy. I just don't see it worth it. Let's just do it like this. Why do a stupid play? I like demons, and I also think I know how to play demons and when to play demons. I wish I had this understanding on some other tribes as well. Like, I don't know exactly when I want to play mechs, and I don't know exactly when I want to play Naga and elementals. I'm also good with pirates. I'm okay with undead. This was good. I can give you a tip for playing mechs. Never. Duh. I mean, I got second last game to somebody playing mechs. He was Galakron and he got an early Holler Over. I think that can work. Early Holler Over Gala. Only situation where mechs are appropriate. Somebody's asking if this board is better than playing a full board of golden summoners. And the answer is yes. In my opinion, this is better than playing summoners. We should add a Leroy for the Spacefarer. Thankfully, we're not dead. Scamzarak can also play mechs with Automaton. With an early Automaton, I want to add. I had the game with Scamzarak, didn't get Automaton, and I died. And then I was very unhappy. Spore is okay. Makes the cut. Let's roll a bit, because maybe you get second. Is this guaranteed triple? No, because I can get Shadow Dancer. Next turn, we definitely want to go as much scam as we can. So if we beat this guy, we go full on the scam. That is the play. That is the way. Why freeze? I'm freezing for the spell. I want a Wanko spell. I'm not freezing for this. Chat, we are eating the whole shop with the double fail bat. I'm freezing for the Wanko spell. Wanko spell with Batty is 2 hits. 2 hits is like 60-60 for 1 gold. No downside. The Pulsar types in chat with full caps lock. Had a game with Scamzirak. Automaton Trinket and Chesset Trinket was fun. Not for your opponents. I would fucking lose my mind seeing that. 1 million Anderson. Me waiting for the fight to start. Are we dying to dragons? Wait, are we dying to Caligos dragons? I don't understand what's happening anymore. I guess my demons weren't enough. Shit. Also, maybe I shouldn't have cut the Shroom Boy. We got really terrible pendant minions after a while. Whatever, let's go next. We keep on grinding, baby! Plus points for the day, even though not too many plus points. If I just avoided the 7 and the 8, I would be plus 250. So let's work on that, okay? Let's work on that.
Мы все забыли.
trolling or what? Go! One more! Fucking unlucky shit, fucking legendary. Never would I ever pick this fucking guy again. He's so terrible. And Chad baited me with the fucking 10 mana elemental as well. Or mech. You can't coin it. Fucking cocksuckers.
Два пака как минимум дается. На 200 голды.
Misleading title. Well, maybe excuse me for listening to my chat one time. Alright, now I'm gonna make a fucking deck. At the end of your turn, gain 5 corpses. At the start of your turn, spend 5 corpses. They give your hero +5. That seems kinda... okay. Summon 5511. Summon 5511 equals. Okay.
Every creature faces a choice. Or die alone.
Well, the clock is ticking. I could just destroy this first. Five Frostworm. I'll freeze it when I have my 2 Death Rattle minions here. More damage. And then we freeze more minions as well. Okay, not bad at all. Okay. It seems like face. First and foremost, this one. Oh shit. Okay. Face. Here we go! Ah! Hit this one or this one or this one. Don't hit this one. Do not hit this one. Give on the in your hand too. Okay. This should be lethal, right? 3 to face.
Is eternal.
Reborn. Yeah. Easy!
Пчелы так хватало без этого, да, ауешника. Всегда. Прям ровно.
Alright.
10 years experience.
The unholy has been tamed by your unholiness. Unbidden Arcanid, 80 young fan. I hate hipsters, Pentas, Svampen, Yarno, and Nola. Schnaggles, welcome back, welcome boys, girls, of course. Extra welcome here. Pretty good turn for me. Pretty good turn. Comeback Israeli. Wait, this guy has port? No, he just changed. Never mind.
This can't be good.
Very well. Now for my next trick. I'm going to play this. And this. And this. Clear these fucking druid minions every turn. Looking very good now, looking very good. We are back in control. What the fuck, man? How much shit does he have? What? Come on, man. What the fucking hex, dude? Poisonous. YOLO. Or this dies. I have to play this, it's gonna be inefficient, but... Fuck it. I'm clicking it, I'm spam clicking it, man. Useless fucking piece of shit. How about we get to play our Frostworm or Frost Queen, Syndragosa, one time? That would be nice.
One
14 stags later, man.
any problem.
Yeah, you fucking punish that fucking cunt. You fucking cunt. You hear me? Punish. Hard. Ah, fuck. I should have attacked with that. Oh no, I had to cook this. Alright. Where's your hero power now, bitch? Can I draw my fucking legendary in the current year? Draw it! Draw it!
The citadel stands strong.
What's your dream destination?
Where the fuck are my sevens? Where the fuck are the sevens, man? This guy got the most ridiculous start I've ever seen also. What the fuck was that? That's crazy. Undead pirate. Draenei. Dragon, Elemental. This guy's pretty good, actually. I'm gonna take this guy. I don't have any spells for Yogg. I'm taking this guy. He's pretty good. He's pretty good, chat. He's pretty good. I'm not gonna play that. I'm probably not gonna play any of these. Too slow. Lower. Fuck these dragons. They're bait. This, cause I need to elemental. I need to revive my actual dragon here. 6. This is good. I'm gonna remove this parrot.
Стримера, который также перед компом вейп каждый день курил, потом не весь комп массы был сгорел к хуям. Прискорбно, конечно, прискорбно. Так, мы тут не получили. Так, один демон идет нахер. А этот фрир... А, этот демон тоже идет нахер. Прекрасно. В жопу конкурентов. В жопу конкурентов. Может, мне это не нужна карта? Самая лучшая копия, конечно, получилась. Что уж скажешь.
Бам, закинул, бля.
Наги, да?
Закинул карточку, еще закинул, нормально.
А это считается за скулы? Мне кажется, нет, не должно. Иначе как-то халявно получается. Да, не считается. Так, это мы возьмем. Давай еще стонда подкачать. Давай мне элемок.
Правильно, блядь. Ой, боже.
Тут. Монеточку. Нет, не монеточку. Жаль. Этот остался. Ладно, давай, раз остался. Так, деньги кончаются. Да. А, я сюда танк, бля, сюда танк не дал. Да, я забыл про него вообще. А я знаю, я вас проверял. 6 существ играем, дал. Тебе на ВК-плей смешная фигня, нарушение неверных фигур. Привет, Гер, сейчас поправим. How are you, Кира Александровна? Фига, даже на ВК-плей успевали заходить. Ну ты, конечно, ну ты человек, конечно. Нарушение неверной категории.
Первое место тебе к лицу.
ВК-плей,
Так. 48, 48, ты дурак что ли? Сколько? 48, 48? Ты вообще нормально?
Да, блять, массово плей.
Так, вот это вообще неожиданно.
Неожиданно строит мою картину. Строит картину восприятия для меня, под меня, блять.
Признай, что пытаешься брать бан на каждой платформе. Да, я считаю, там, если выполнить этот квест, там откроется дополнительный уровень. Так, ну в топ-4 это хорошо, но что-то собралась какая-то фигня, это плохо. Тут мы хоть фигню собрали. Ну как мы? Вы. Так, прокачка. Прокачка, конечно, в хозяйстве вещь полезная. Наверное, надо ее даже взять, эту прокачку, если вообще рассчитывать, что мы еще выживем какое-то время. Как поживаешь, Тир? Как поживаешь? Так, давай это, товарищи.
Чел в нормальном состоянии, нахуй, блядь, мисплеит, как, блядь, просто ёбнутый.
Я не хотел, чтобы ты ел камень.
И за кулисами просто у челов, блядь,
возможно, сейчас вылетим.
Блядь, просто пиздец.
Ну, зато в топ-4.
Карточку кинул, нахуй, туда-сюда, блядь, просто заебись. Само по себе, блядь,
нашла себе нового, красивого, умного, уважаемого, лохматого, орущего гнома.
Да таких полно. Оверскейлил, нахуй, просто. По картам. Удобно. Может, блядь.
Крутовато, Лема, крутовато, конечно. Хотя первый три... А, у него два больших тринкета лучше. Опять большие тринкеты. What's your favorite dish? Давай тарим, ладно. Где твое бухло сегодня? Мое бухло всегда в одном и том же месте, в баре стоит. Это ж не значит, что я с утра бухаю. Понимаешь, я уже достаточно взрослый и осознанный, чтобы вот у меня дома есть алкоголь, а я его не пью. Да, вторая попытка на Бэтмена, посмотрите, семерка там плюс 10 столу. Да тут еще мех есть, может попытка на крейсер. Ну вообще вот это и под демонов подойдет, и под мехов, конечно, не подходит. Под зверей она тоже подойдет, под наг 750, ёпкина. 750 еще опадет. Ну ГГ. 750 мы не победим, к сожалению, там еще остальные. Но остальные там так херня, а вот эти 750 это проблема. Ну, может при супер абсолютно ультра идеальных разменах тоже шансов мало. Какой мало? Ну, тут супер, конечно. Супер, конечно. 750 мне вообще не нравится. Блин, надо было больше хп иметь. Надо было иметь больше хп сейчас. Ай-яй-яй, ай-яй-яй. Уже вот вроде начали собираться и... Не, что-то мне тут новая курилка не нравится вообще. Реально. Ну, семеркой говно, если честно. Я взял тринкет на семерке, это полное говно. Надо было брать шестерки, там, наверное, повезло бы больше. Там, может быть, чашку бы дали. Семерки, конечно, провальные люто. Мне дали 2 раза меха на магнетизм и элема.
Спам.
Ну смотрите, из предложенного играют звери и элемы, да? Все будут играть зверя и элемами. Причем против зверей можно на крейсере поиграть. Против элемов нет. Ну и у нас под это только звери есть, да? Ну ладно, я просто слишком люблю крейсер. Понимаю, это залет, это мы сейчас соснем, но я слишком люблю крейсер, ничего не могу поделать, извините. Это мы берем.
Боже, бля, сука. Аж это тошно, нахуй. Аж это тошно. Аж это, блядь, сука, тошно. 0 серия. Пам-пам-пам. Пам-пам-пам. Слишком длинное сообщение.
Чат, кто из вас следит за Ирано-израильским конфликтом? У нас вчера в чате, в Телеграме, был просто жарчайший спор, просто жарчайший. Один сумасшедший уверял нас... Что такое? Где враги-то? Где враги? Один сумасшедший нас уверял, что... ну ты понятно, Атягр, следишь, да, что... Там, короче, фотка самолета, а мы даже ничего спиздить не можем, да? Даже ничего не спиздить, это, конечно, особо неприятно. Короче, суть в чем. Иран опубликовал фото якобы сбитого израильского самолета F-35. И мы сразу указали на то, что это фото очевидно сгенерировано нейросетью, потому что нереалистично. И там просто целый день срач на сотни, чуть ли не тысячи сообщений на эту тему. Чувак оказался настолько упертым, что вообще. И вот теперь там мемасики по этой фотке клепают.
Ну, конечно, я хотел сакцентировать ваше внимание на еще один момент. Если российско-чеченская война с реальными актами террора не действительно...
Это не то. Так, мы выиграем и потерь несем. Да, нейросеть крутая штука, да. Согласен. Блин. Ой, Рейнер, блядь, Рейнер есть в лобби, прикинь, в лобби есть Рейнер. Ох ты, сука, конечно. А у меня мехов нет, как игра поймет, что я мех? Бля, в лобби Рейнер сейчас, это жопа, конечно, это не круто.
Намеренно на 2 хода вперед просто авто запанишь, чтобы самое дорогу.
Не, Данил, там чувак упоротый абсолютно. На 8000% упоротый. Блин, я хочу взять Мурлока, потому что Мурлок крутой, но я не могу себе позволить взять не мехов. Мурлок мне поможет немножко не проигрывать. Блять. Блять. Тоже хорошая карта. Ну ладно, вот мех какой-никакой. Отсюда пока ничего не получили, да? Завтра, кстати, прямой поезд в Северную Корею запускают, едем. А мы и так едем. Так, ну мех у меня 2. Еще один будет в руке. Блин, вот бы крейсер, а. Стой. А, ну да, 7 уровень таверны. Туда поездом ехать 9 дней. Поезда будут ходить 2 раза в месяц. Едет 9 дней. Сколько стоит, пока неизвестно. Думаю, 9-дневный поезд должен стоить недешево. А может, он будет субсидироваться. Все-таки стратегическое направление. Хитро, конечно. Ты посмотри. 4-я таверна у чувака. Важное лемс перерождение. Триплет потенциальный. Очень жесткий тип, конечно. Он сейчас еще на ничью наклянчит. Нет, не наклянчит. Как видите, чат, das ist не крейсер. Так, ну тут либо озолотитель, либо случайный механизм. Я думаю, озолотитель. Я думаю, ты да. Я думаю, ты да. Ты тоже да. И ты тоже, возможно, наверное, да. Да, ты да. Ты да. Мех предок, 2 не меха, желательно бестипных, 2 из 2 крейсеров. 2 из 2 это, конечно, гарантия. Вроде 21 век на дворе, нейросети, нанотехнологии, там Марс какой-то. Люди какие-то приметы, значит, тебе нужно 1 такой мех и 2 не меха. И шаман, чтобы в бубен постучал. Ты не мог бы начать с этого? Вот с этого ты не мог бы начать, чтобы он не достал бы их обратно? А, ты решил туда бабл отнести. А ты решил бабл туда отнести? Вы издеваетесь, что ли? Не, серьезно, это же шутки у вас такие. Шулем нахуй на ничего наклянчит этим уродцем. Так, мы получили еще чаротрона. Содемаком. Содемаком, демаком, демаком.
Блять. Синдром потала.
Пойду батарейку поменяю.
Что за хуйня, блядь? Sensational.
Зачем кому-то ехать в Северную Корею еще 9 дней? Я согласен, зачем кому-то ехать в Северную Корею, ведь скоро Северная Корея приедет к нам. Хорош. Но только одним нехороший, он такой слабый, что он перебьет мне мало существ. У меня будет мало потерь, а мало потерь это меньше генерации. У меня больше генерации, а у меня меньше генерации. Мне сейчас придется, скорее всего, играть в 6 существ. Этот ход. Он еще... Вот Илья, он взял тринкет на копии. Прикинь, он может копии крейсера брать. И он будет брать и продать все, кроме крейсера. Господи, какой же это просто лаки бастарда. Как же я ему завидую, этому чуваку. Он получил все, о чем я мог только мечтать. Вы просто, ну, подумайте. Все, что ему надо, продать все, кроме крейсера, и каждый ход он получает копию крейсера. Прикинь, блядь. Пиздец. И он просто покупает улучшения на все бабки. И крейсер, крейсеру, крейсеру. Ну, правда, сначала 2 крейсера сольются в один крейсер, что, конечно, проеб. Но если у него для начала 2 крейсера, это разъеб. Там проеб сменяется разъемом. Да, я мечтаю, я каждую игру мечтаю об этом герое, каждую игру мечтаю сыграть на крейсере.
Все позволено, все успеем. Просто классно.
Я всю жизнь готовился к тому, чтобы команду
космическим крейсером... сразу нарисует стол 1000 на 1000, и просто классно. Когда у меня уже будет 7 крейсеров. И попытка разогнаться. Просто классно. Вот просто так. Блять, просто, конечно... Самое что забавное, мне постоянно спамили играми с крейсерами, которые там, блядь, копии и так далее. А ему нихуя не дают, при том, что он по желанию играет. Именно форсят их по желанию. Просто при мне на похуй ему не дают. По-моему, ему Рейнера почти не давали. Никогда.
В чем прикол крейсера? Мне сегодня 2 раза предлагали, ни разу не взял. Отчислены Звездного флота! Так, вот этот хуй мне не нравится, конечно. И этот хуй мне не нравится. Мне вообще эти хуй не нравятся. Сейчас еще 5 выживет. Смотри, сейчас выживет 5. Ну, 6 умерла, хорошо. Но 5 тоже должна умереть. 4 умерла. Ебать, это куда вы все? Ну, хотя 5 умерла. Но все равно это очень больно. Это 10. Как-то наш крейсер побеждает. Прикинь, ну конечно, блять, с крейсером-то еще не побеждать. Дракарку, блин, а золочение уже получил, да, то есть мы немножко опоздали с дракаркой, чтобы ее, но зато она становится и механизмами элементалями. Я беру, соответственно, дракарку, золочу ее, и если я проживу еще 3 хода, а я постараюсь прожить 3 хода, то у нас будет 3 золочения. Но в 6 сейчас идти сыкотно, да? Вы согласны со мной, чат? Мне нужны какие-то эффекты конца хода. Вот, например, такой эффект конца хода мы возьмем. И мне нужны какие-то прокачки еще всего стола, чтобы все мои мехи были бы прокачаны. Так, это у нас вот, конечно, хорошая карта, только у нас что-то не очень мест не найдется. Это, наверное, найдется. Мест не очень много. Мы можем продать вот это как минимум, да, вот это вот, наверное, придется все равно взять. А вот уверенности нет, что это принесет мне успех. Блять, вот это мне больше принесет успех. Наверное, с этим пока подождем, пока в руке посиди, братан. Нам надо как-то раунд выиграть. Как-то надо выиграть раунд. А чё ж, ну, получается, вот этого продавать? А зачем я убрал его продавать? Тоже залупа какая-то, да? Тоже какая-то залупа. Ну, не взять 3 спала ультра глупо, да? Получается, надо продать его. Все-таки он жалкий хуй. И вот это надо сливать прям к профизнесу. Какая карта? Это интересно, все карты. Все карты интересно. Я очень не хочу продавать 10.5, потому что у меня сейчас будет генерация спылов, они очень много дают, я хочу их слить в триплет. Но, возможно, придется. Либо Мурлока, либо 10.5. Видишь, генерация спылов какая. Тут на пиздец еще видно. Тут 11-4 суммы столы. Под дракаркой. Нихуево, нихуево. 3 хода можем не продержаться. Нам нужен какой-то прераунд. Да куда вы все... Зачем вы долбитесь самого жирного? Ну что вы за, блядь, дурачок? Стоит один жирный лем, все у него, блядь, долбятся. Дурачок, блядь.
Это придется
Блядь.
переснять.
Так, мне нужен электрон, потому что если это не электрон, то у нас проблема. Спасибо. Тогда получается мы теперь продаем тебя и тебя. Потому что мне теперь нужны только мехи. Нам нужны 2 слота. Раз, 2. И возможно понадобится еще и 3-й слот. Мы сыграем. Вот бы еще бабл, конечно. Вот бы еще бабл нахлобучить сначала. Вот бы бабл нахлобучить сначала.
Точно так же играю в
Так, ладно, вы прокачались, уходите, молодцы. Отлично сыграли. Это у нас потенциальный дуплет. И он нам нужен, да? Получается, придется продать тебя. Не хочется тебя продавать, но надо. Как бы неприятно было. Мне сейчас надо еще и не вылететь. Так, так, так. А, вот у нас такой есть бабл. Немножко чутка не доиграли. Перерождение сюда. Это сюда, все сюда, все людей сюда. Ну давай качай, бля, еба, что у меня что-то не сходится по сеанс. Мне надо дожить до позолочения, чтобы все позолотить вообще. Давай, больше статов, мало статов, больше. Все равно мало статов. Давай статы, козел. Броня хорошо, броня пригодится. Ёб твою мать. Ёб твою мать. Не хватает статов, нужен прераунд. А это чувак, который всем проигрывал. Это я чувак, который всем проигрывал. Не хватает статов, чат, не хватает. Да ты долбишься, вот опять самого жирного долбоеба долбится. Долбитесь, мелочь перебейте, чтобы меньше дэмэджа. Да куда, блядь? Ладно, не, мы даже выиграли. Чудом нахуй, господи, не 8 место. Но теперь мне нужен раунд. Мне еще до золочения еще прожить надо.
Просто мне ставят на полку став, блядь, максимально...
Золотилка это 100% топ-1. Да не, ни хрена.
Как?
На самом деле так отстаем, просто бешено отстаем. Просто бешено отстаем.
Просто классно. Я все делаю максимально непредсказуемо от скамы и так далее, нахуй, просто меня на плохо берут, и от этого, от моих действий, блядь, просто гарантированно, нахуй, дегенеры контрят. Просто мерзость. Просто у меня нету надежды даже, блядь, даже примитивно просто вот таунта расстать. Под потенциальный ир можно и поезд банальный. Уже, наверное. Я не знаю,
вот это надо сливать.
Все завели, блядь.
Давай еще электрона. Дай еще электрона. Надо одного не хватает. Дай вот этого, дай что-нибудь. Ничего не дает. Ай-яй-яй, нехорошо. Ай-яй-яй, дуплет. Там что? Там ноги. А что крейсер? Крейсер уверенно себя чувствует, всех на 8 белых шестерки раскопал. Так, тут не нашли, броню играем. Я сейчас получу, значит, я получу 3 озолотителя. И все, да? Больше ничего не получу. Да, 3 спыла я получу. 3 озолотителя, 3 спыла. Ну, вроде поместимся. Ты обещал, когда закончится одноразка, и ты бросишь курить, что пошло не так. Ну, я одноразку-то и бросил. Короче, мне, чтобы что-то отыграть, мне надо получить вот такого и 2 таких. Чтобы было в итоге 3 золотых электрона и золотой вот такой. Спел на генерацию присосок? Ну, конечно, да, было бы здорово, конечно. Мне баблы еще нужны, баблы. Они большие, но без баблов. Сколько? Нормально там, нормально. Дебаш. А чё этого нет, ебашу? Не тех ты ебашишь. Видишь, они плюс 8 дважды дают. Ну, с одной стороны бамбл протерял, с другой стороны убил важную карту. Нормально, молодец, молодец. Классно чувака побеждаем. Тут вроде даже отмахаемся даже. Кажется, имеем шанс отмахаться сейчас. Готов жопу.
Бараном хотел сидеть педалку поедет.
Пятый Лешенька покрутил. Ау.
Ну, такой же стол назначением, только нету ботов.
We lose one time and then we get loads of leeches, alright? It's gonna work.
Пиздец, нахуй. Ну, а чё фулл злочение? Эти две карты стоят, но нету ботов с...
Ну, это будут супер маленькие коняшки, если честно. Микро-коняшки пока. Я знаю, Даркарка поставил. А дальше?
Ну, бля, просто пиздец, нахуй. Просто на похуй тратим 6 голды на то, чтобы сидеть. То есть мы сейвим 6 голды, теряем на будущее 9 голды, 12, 15, 6, 18, 21 и так далее, и так далее. Проебываем просто всю игру по голде, нахуй. Но челом в конечном итоге рисует идеальных коняшек, блядь, просто классно. Делать не, блядь, просто пиздец, нахуй. Какой же цирк, нахуй. Просто на похуй дегенера позволяет челом 0% ситуации просто так стабильность реализовывать. Просто классно. Ну и ловить, собственно, столы, бля, ёбнутые нахуй просто, которых просто с каждой метой, блядь, дегенера просто всем, блядь, раздают.
Я ему карту падаю. 3-3 и ручку.
Так что челом было приятно играть. Мне неприятно играть нахуй.
Чел голду собирать с первой.
С такими...
Ну тогда естественно мог меньше шатов сосал.
Просто не думаешь ни о чем нахуй, просто. Просто ровно помойка тупая.
Прям пираты выходим.
Да не. Не, чел просто в тупую комбинатуру.
Ну мы можем, а на барака отсюда пытаться вытащить, да?
А тут андеды есть, ну, блядь, просто классно. Let's go, нахуй, let's go.
Мне нужно еще одно поедание. Я думаю, это еще один ход сидим, на следующий ход мне нужно еще одно поедание.
Вон,
и
блядь,
еще прикол в том, что я поставил дракарку, и из-за этого поедания может упасть дракарку.
Что делать с конями? Просто два статовых существа, всего лишь два поедания, просто фул понятная инфа, очевидно и так далее. Челом на похуй 10, блять, 5 поеданий там раздают нахуй и так далее. Тут просто понятная инфа, что два поедания. Просто тоже легко конями поиграть, плюс-минус обоснованно.
Мне нужно еще одно поедание и еще одна дракарка, потому что мне надо продать дракарку, продавать, чтобы мне не
упал бас. Золотая, нахуй, просто все под раздачу. Бля, просто цирк ёбаный.
Ну, МБ найдем, и все, будем искать. Будем искать.
Ну, допустим, еще это можно
там нормально став, а не то, что у нас.
с манипуляторами этими и так далее. Постоянными. Сначала на похуй рисует без всего, просто не обоснованно, просто фул линейно в тупую, просто по директории рисует нахуй идеальных коней. По директории. Просто директориально. С миллионами поеданиями, которые, чтобы ты похолодить, должен там 15 голды потратить где-то и, ну, короче, проиграть игру. Вот и все. Просто классно.
Ты думаешь, это
просто на похуй рисует лаги, нахуй, браво.
Мне елка летом ровно за тем же, зачем она тебе зимой.
Просто
для хорошего настроения.
Бесконечные или всегда реализуемую голду или фулл сейфите. Да, просто имеем карты, блять, в руке, нахуй, просто ёбнутые 10 ходов держим, блять, все нормально. Все хорошо. Не проебываемся ни разу. Где в такой ситуации, если я хоть одну карту возьму под холд необоснованно, все, топ-8, топ-8. У меня топ-8. В играх моей сложности.
Нет, что-то не особо читает крейсер, он как-то всех побеждал, но теперь прекратил. Он еще и обосрался с перерождением крейсера. А, он не может найти перерождальцев в шестерке. Как плохо это дело, братан. Ты только крейсер протратил зря, лучше бы мне отдал. Ты даешь, конечно. Зачем мне говорили, что рюкзачки это сейчас новая мета на Твиче? На елке шишки есть? Есть, да. Что там только нет. Так, ну давай, давай.
Вон чел от своего ума тоже full сетап собрал. Проверяйте. От своего ума собрал сетап. Это, кстати говоря, ему раздали, потому что я его похвалил за один там микроплей. Блядь, пиздец, нахуй.
Захлебнусь в карту. Дай. Чат, ну дайте, чат.
Один плейчик.
Что-то мне дали. Ну не дают чат. А я блин, я долбоёб, конечно. Ой, я дурак. О, есть контакт. Так, мы продаем.
Что ж мы продаем? Что ж мы продаем? Болело.
Тебя, наверное, продаем, да? Ты, конечно,
Да нет.
Фьюри с баблом. Да, я дракарпу скидывал. Да это отвлекает. Так, там наги жестко. Давай еще попробуем еще электрона раскопать. Может, у нас будет 2 электрона. Нет, надеемся.
Зачем?
Так, а теперь мы уперлись в то, что у нас нет, конечно. Это плохо, конечно. Ладно, берем этого товарища.
Что-то кидаем карты на стол, блять, просто копаем что-нибудь там, блять, раскопаем нахуй электрона, зачем-то еще одного. Когда места уже нету, уже full сетап. Ну можно, ладно, вместо энергоцарицы можно взять, ладно.
Маловато как-то, ну реально очень мало.
Ну типа это надо, блять, рольнуть 2 еще энергоцарицы или даже... А, сейчас значения будет, ну ладно. Ну, короче, блять, просто кринж ебаный на экране. Вон, заходы у каждого чувака. Чел что-то там, блять, рандомно покупает. Ой, ебать, нихуя себе стол, ебать, я отыграл, нахуй. Карту купил, нахуй, бам, блять, бам-бам. Ебать, нахуй, кони, 200 тысяч, 2000. Ебать, как я это сделал, не знаю, нахуй. Не знаю, как я это сделал, нахуй, блять. Блять, одно существо 10-10 на столе стоит, 10 хп, блять. Ой, ебать, всех пробил, нахуй, на 10-й ход. Ура, блять, на следующий ход кони 1000, блять. Все правильно. Правильно гамаю, нахуй. Ебать, я понимаю, что делаю. Бля, это пиздец, нахуй.
Элементы скалируются каждый ход, они каждый ход все быстрее разгоняются.
Дука.
Вот это я буду брать все это буду брать. Здесь что у нас? Вот у кого все. Добро. Либо этот товарищ. Мне нужны баблы, мне нужны бумы. Вот это 6-я таверна, конечно. О, бабл, хорошо, бабл берем. Бабл берем. Берем бабл. Да, маловато, конечно, для одного хода. Чем можем позолотить? Да почти ничего. Вот это можем позолотить. И это можем позолотить, чтобы он давал мне 2 спыла, трижды ход, 6 спылов, да? Сиденье, да, сиденье пригодилось. Ладно, придется этого золотить, товарищ. И получается, я сейчас получу 6 карт в руку. Плюс одну вот отсюда, да? Итого 7. 6 плюс 1, это 7, я все проверил. Данные достоверные. И мне нужно сиденье, потому что иначе придется просто продать много статов вот здесь. Тех статов, которые я позолотил. Странно, что до сих пор ни одного спла, который в конце ход магнетизм дает. С другой стороны, они бы особо не поместились. Мех из 7 бесполезно. Не, он хороший, но я не хочу тратить много денег на апгрейд. Это почти все мои деньги, у меня столько денег нет. Мех из 7 хороший, хотя бы потому, что он дает бабл. Это очень немало. Раздаем-то хорошо людей. Приятель. Ля конь здорово, конечно. Ля там, ох ты ж, ё-моё, ох ты ж, плюс 1000.
Бля, дорого просто.
Да вон же бабл стоит. Ё-моё, это плохо делать сейчас, это прям плохо. Конь на 1000. Ёлки-палки, мама мия.
Блин, где я эту музыку слышал, бля, прикольно?
Это нам пиздарится. Это хорошо сказано. Это же архетип, да? И он крейсер победил всего на 9. Там крейсер обоссан абсолютно. Как он умудрился победить крейсер всего на 9? С другой стороны, меня он не тоже половину, но на 12. Так, мне сейчас нужно освобождать место, да? Или еще нет? Еще нет. Так, нам дали раунд в виде крейсера. Сейчас я не обосрусь. Сейчас я найду нужную карту. Это мы берем. Но не пожирали.
Берем, галочка.
Да-да-да-да. Похоже, мне придется продать генератор из полов, иначе мы забьем руку себе говном каким-то. Придется продать его. Не хочется, если честно.
Бьем руку говном каким-то. Let's go. Let's go.
Так, давай еще. Этого недостаточно. Недостаточно. Not enough. Можем пойти
Что?
сейчас в семерку, чтобы потом попытаться найти баблу. В целом нормальный план. Пойдем в семерку.
Что это было, бля?
Так вот. Но я получу еще золочение только в конце. А, ты уже золотой. Бля, что ты там? Чего все золотые? Ты как вы все успели?
Вон, еще один спот причем есть.
Ну слушай, у меня 3 золотых электрона и 2 золотых механогнома переводчика. Какие-то должны быть. Нам нужны магнетизмные шестерки и магнетизмные семерки. Все, что нам надо. All we need is магнетизм. Да, за игру один раз был, да. Да блин, засада в том, что мы, во-первых, четверку не нашли, но она здесь не особо поместилась, которая сама себя нахлобучит, но она была бы уместна. А во-вторых, да, этот сам магнетизм дали всего один раз. Блокоботы, да их уже нет, их не успеем накачать. Все статы здесь. Тут либо какой-нибудь спел на пожиралите какой-нибудь, либо уже ничего не поменяется. Мы уже ничего не изменим. Кто там у нас остался? Элем, жесточайший, да? И вот этот хер, который меня... А, какой-то хер с конем и на робота. Но мне кажется, мои мехи растут быстрее, чем роботы. Думаю, роботов не очень боюсь. Блокобудов не разгоним. Да и что тут, перерождений каких блокобудов? Статок нет, перерождений нет. Не-не-не, баблы нужны, баблы.
Ага. От молотов баблу нужно, очевидно.
Выиграл тут хер. То есть, по идее, это не такой опасный хер. 4-2 баблом. Так, ну седьмую таверну зачем шел? Мы 9 месяцев ждали кого? Мафусаила? Шолин. Наверное, уже нет.
Ебать, рационализейшн. Думаем.
Броню что ли взять? Давай возьмем броню, чтобы может еще ход просидеть, чтобы что-то позолотить. Хотя куда мне что золотить? Мне золотить. Бля, это 7-я таверна или какая? Не могу понять. Вроде в семерку апнулся, а что и где что? Где что, где что, чат? Это 7-я таверна? Алло! Алло, это 7-я таверна? Вот так вот мы порулились. Так я не брил голову, на лоса нет. По крайней мере себе нет. Забавно, там в чате чувак запрашивает Follow Age, это его первое сообщение, Follow Age 5 лет 3 месяца. Ты прям перед баном подписался, да? Что мне делать с 3 золотителями? Цыган, не так все золотые, цыган. Блин, почему крейсер мне не достался? Я бы с удовольствием 7-е место бы на крейсере занял, но на крейсере. Лучше 7-е место на крейсере, чем Второй на демонов. Это не такой уж много, кстати. Баблы были бы, я вообще, ну вот это большой, да, 2800, это здорово, 2800 больше всего. Да, нужны оставшиеся баблы, нам не хватает баблоу. Баблоу, ну мы выиграли. Мы выиграли чувака, который выиграл... А, нет, который проиграл там что. Там мужик с конем, то есть с роботами и конем. Баблы! Чат, баблы, блядь! Сюда кидай! Кидай баблы сюда! Один есть, но этого мало. Больше баблоу. Это тоже возьмем. Это берем. Это атака, хоть и не баблоу. Теперь вопрос, мы ничего не можем позолотить.
Охуенно.
Ломаный бизнес хороший. Баблоу. Что мы делаем с этим? Привет, классный мехи, ты мне понравился. Спасибо.
Ты... Бля, пиздец нахуй. Аудитория.
Может, сходим в кино? Или в кафе, попьем кофе? Или лучше вечером поужинать? Закажем кино. Пойдем ко мне, кроем себе плед, включим какой-нибудь романтический фильм.
Просто пиздец.
Я буду поить тебе вином и говорить тебе комплименты. Покажу тебе своих методов. Ты снимешь не бабло. Таверну нельзя золотить. Если бы таверну можно было золотить, ты бы получал не только золотое существо, но и триплет, что, конечно же, чересчур. Договорились. Тогда сегодня уже не успеем, но вот завтра. Чат, может завтра стрима не будет, тут кое-кому понравились мои мехи. Позолоти Боба, это не Боб, это Бобиха. Бобыня. Давай в всем твоем плане заменим вино на пиво, романтическую комедию на кинджаза. Неплохо. Сколько, блядь, сколько? Еще, ёб твою мать, ну ты вообще, блядь, упоротый скоро. Там мурлок 2000 с ядом. С баблом. С ядом и баблом, блядь. Причем мне кажется, что я расту быстрее. Потому что ему расти особо некуда. У него тут... Я сейчас его трахну, а потом еще выиграю. Тут остался-то боец один мурлок, остальное так. На подхвате. А, тебе мурлока босс.
Может, челу пора научиться покупать тех карты? Бля, это пиздец нахуй. Это пиздец. Бля, просто ОМГ.
Да, берем бабе. Золочение. Видишь, смотри, нельзя золотить таверну. Нельзя.
Я научу его играть.
А толку, что он наворовал статов, если у него из руки ничего не выпрыгивает. Он не получает никакой пользы от того, что он ворует статы.
Еще меня чел забанят нахуй.
Можно докупить еще слот на стол?
Чего? Напишу ты.
А, неплохо, кстати, надо подумать.
Какое?
То есть я могу вот этого меха сделать равным вот этому меху. Это примерно плюс 2000, плюс 2000, да? Но это стоит аж 6 голды. Но 2000 статов примерно. Но 6 голды это стоит. Это что-то новое круто мне вообще.
Learning.
Брать? Да я не уверен, что это. Я лучше баблу поищу, баблу ценнее.
Чел может, блядь, просто купить два даже мурлока 5-3, у него есть озлочение, он может купить 5-3, который сумонит хуйню и ну, все, красиво. Но зач. В этих не забавленных. Никто даже не пишет в чате, нахуй. Никто мне не пишет, типа, красава, гениальный плей, нахуй. Просто классно. Потому что челом просто все по наитию раздается, нахуй. Вот так вот. И этого достаточно. Чел задумался о этих картах, когда вон, блядь, да, там одна карта у меня на столе, нахуй, просто, ну, на похуй, одну карту ставит, и она идеально против меня работает, потому что дегенер меня загоняет в тупик, с чем сделать ничего нельзя.
Вот это хитро. Когда я был студентом, мы так не делали. В наше время так не делали. У нас были какие-то понятия о чести, о достоинстве.
Вы как будете какой-то, да.
Бля, вот сюда, я не вернул. А чё он такой здоровый? А, он пожирает. Вот что он делает. Он пожирает. Слушай, а сейчас меня отпиздят, кстати. Меня отпиздят. Кажется, меня высадил. Нет. А, ну да. Вот, да. Вот сучка, он пожирал карты.
Просто хуета для слабоумных. Просто дегенеры фул игру сделали под слабоумных. Просто классно. Недееспособных.
My God in heaven.
Просто пиздец. Зато меня сделали дегенеры слабоумным и недееспособным, будучи гением. При этом я даже в таком состоянии хоть как-то мыслю.
What I get durability from? Blood? How can you slap bastard?
Просто уродство,
Fuck
нахуй.
it. He just wasted all that.
Ну.
Он бесплатный, единственное, что платно, тут советик.
Ну, как будто бы реально повезло.
Чуваки, как-то модно и принято сейчас рассказывать, какие женщины меркантильные, какие они неверные и все такое. Но на самом деле есть огромное, невероятное количество потрясающих женщин. Умных, красивых, честных, добрых. И они где-то вокруг. Не прям вокруг меня. Ну, может, где-то в чате тут, может быть. Есть такие у меня женщины в чате? Только по-честному, давайте. Знаю, такую женат на ней. Вот видите, я же говорю, очень много действительно хороших женщин. Не надо вот распускать вот эти вот сплетни, якобы с женщинами что-то не так.
Го. Да, блять, унылая медленная игра какая-то. Интересно.
Ты нужен мне в комнате.
Где экскьюти? Экскьюти.
Игры. Соло.
Ну, блядь, что? Они что-то перестали развиваться, слышите?
Бортес, да, Бортес. Он примерно такой же фигней страдал постоянно. Не, ну это прям удар сильный, кстати.
Ну, кстати, да, там закрутил нормально.
Прям хороший.
Вот это
ой, кнопочка.
НТ было.
Бля, если бы залетел.
Это тройка соло.
Five, 6, and then 2 damage. That should be lethal there. We just have to do it in the correct 3 damage of 5. 1, 2, the... Or... Shut the hell up, chat. Easy clap. Easy clap.
Easy clap. It is. It is easy.